welcome to day 26. Start as ever by tuning into yourself. Maybe soften or close your eyes. Sit as comfortably as you can and just notice how you feel. Scan the body, starting at the toes, through the feet and lower legs, the knees, upper legs and hips, through the belly and chest, up the back, to the shoulders and down the arms, to the hands and fingertips, up the neck to the head and face. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort. Really try and notice how you do feel today. Don't just say it, don't just follow the words. Tune in. And notice your breath. Let's take 3 breaths with sunshine arms to start. So hands down to the mat. Hands together. And again, inhale. Hands together. Last one. Hands to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Pause and notice how you feel. Have a little bit of intuitive movement just to ease through those creases and stretch out the fascia just in that sitting position. I'd like to tell you a little bit about one particular pose today, goddess pose. So goddess pose, also known as fierce angle pose or goddess squat, also horse stance. A truly empowering posture. The legs are grounded and strong. The arms are spread and the muscles of the back are engaged. The body is taking up space and the mind can feel more confident and powerful. As you practice this pose, be conscious of feminine energy. This energy can be felt throughout everyday life, not just in physical practice, but also within feelings, all practices and mantras. So there are stories underlying this pose, but there's more than one story, and I found 2 particular ones. In the first, the goddess squat represents the Hindu goddess Kali. The story begins with Durga Devi or Devi Durga. This was the mother goddess. She and her assistants, the Matrikas, try to overcome a demon. They manage to wound him, but with every drop of his spilt blood, another demon appears. Devi Durga calls on Kali, the consort of Shiva. Kali helps by drinking up the drops of the demon's blood as they fall. Kali then consumes the demon and newly formed duplicates. They fear that the universe will also be swallowed, so Shiva is called in to help. Shiva lies down in front of Kali to calm her. Kali steps on him. Then, realizing what she has done, her anger melts and she is ashamed. The story is one of peace, triumphing over anger. In the second story, Durga is the Hindu warrior goddess, symbolizing protection, combating evil and demonic forces which threaten peace and the dharma of the good. The evil king, Mahisha, was selfish and greedy, believing he was invincible and destined to be a powerful king. He took over kingdoms brutally and readied his people for more war and more nations. Innocent people prayed to the gods for help and protection. Lord Shiva gave the goddess Durga a trident to wield. The god of the mountains gave her a lion to ride, and the god of the wind gave her bows and arrows to shoot. Durga approached, and Mahisha became incredibly fearful. He launched hundreds of arrows, but she destroyed them. He transformed into an elephant to attack her lion, but she launched her bows and arrows. In a final attempt, Mahisha transformed into the water buffalo, for his mother was a water buffalo, and he charged. Durga leapt from her lion and attacked with her trident, and Mahisha finally fell. The people rejoiced. They thanked Durga for her protection, and this solidified her as the warrior goddess of protection and one who eliminates suffering. Remember, the Sanskrit name Utkatta Konasana translates as powerful or fierce angle pose. The intention was to inspire elegance, almightiness, unapologetic confidence and pride. Kali is like the mother lioness protecting her young. She is the goddess of time, death, and destruction. However, she is also revered as the mother of the universe. She is not a goddess of meaningless destruction, but the sort of destruction that clears the path for new beginnings. She is known as a fierce but caring mother because her actions help to destroy the ego. Kali encourages us to overcome fear of anything and to push us to be our best, to release the old things that no longer serve us and discover our true potential. Kali is here to tell us something many modern goddesses probably need to hear, that you are not your body, you are so much more than that. So coming to lie down on the mat to start, stretching out, maybe taking the arms down by the side and just allowing the body to sink. Noticing where you're in contact with the earth. Then bring the knees into your chest and have a little rock, side to side. Let the left foot come to the mat, flex the right for our reclined pigeon, allowing that right thigh to move away from you. Lift the left foot and maybe hold behind the thigh, feeling that stretch through that right hip, because in goddess pose we need that external rotation at the hips. And breathe. And release and swap sides. Right foot to the mat. Flex the left foot. Encourage that thigh away. Lift the right foot. Hold. And notice. And breathe. Take the feet back down to the mat. And just notice any shift in sensation. And then rock through seated over to 4-point kneeling pose, tabletop. We'll take some cat-cow to warm the spine. So tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, lift through the chest. Tilt the pelvis, round through the spine, chin to chest. Tilt, drop and lift. Tilt, round, chin to chest. 2 more of each, just at your own pace. Visualizing the movements as you go right through the spine. And come back to neutral. We'll have a balancing table here. So stretch out the left leg with the foot flexed and the right arm. Then bring knee to elbow. Out again, knee to elbow. 1 more and return. Swap sides. Out, knee to elbow. Out, knee to elbow. 1 more out and return to the mat. Take a little inhale forwards and arch round and back down to your child's pose. Come up again to table. Arch round, down and back to child's pose. One more. Coming up to table. Arching down and back to your child's pose. And breathe. Come on back to tabletop and we'll just take some hip circles so it's nice and warm through those joints. So first on the right side, just circle the knee. As you move the knee in a circle, you of course are circling the hip joint. Change direction. And return the knee to the mat. Swap sides, left hip and knee. Take your circles, drawing a circle with the knee. And change direction. And return to the mat. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, send the sit bones up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Have a little pedal here, stretching through the hamstrings if that feels good for you today. And find your stationary dog. Then slowly walk the toes all the way up to the hands, coming to a ragdoll. Maybe take the opposite forearms and have a little rock. Then release the hands to the mat. Walk the hands over to the right and stretch the left leg a little. Walk back through centre to the left and stretch the right leg a little. Come back to centre. Generously bend the knees, sweep the arms wide and come all the way up to extended mountain and release, coming to the centre of the mat. Just pause. Pause and notice how you feel. So we're going to take a little warrior two flow and then bring Kali into the centre, our goddess pose. Step the feet out, turn the left toes to the short edge of the mat, keeping the hips forward. Remember you're turning the right toes in a little. Take a hug. And sweep the arms out, bending that left knee. Coming into your Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. And release. And back out, Warrior 2. One more, release. And Warrior 2. We'll reverse our warrior, so drop the right palm, turn the left, and reverse. Come back, warrior 2. Drop, turn, reverse, and come back, warrior 2. One more. Drop, turn, and reverse. Taking the gaze up to that left hand. And come back. Warrior 2. Shift over to the left as far as you can. Take the forearm to the left thigh and reach up and through for your extended side ankle. And breathe. Then drop that right hand to the mat. Drop the right knee, taking the left hand down as well. You can release the toes and rise up to a low lunge. And breathe. Allow that right hand to come back to the mat and reach the left hand to the sky for a low lunge twist. And then take both hands to the mat, tuck the back toes and turn towards the front, bringing the feet parallel, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Keep the hands at the center and just soften as you exhale. Lengthen as you inhale and soften. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Maybe bend and stretch side to side. And while we're here, take the hands behind, interlace the fingers and lift through the arms if you wish. Release the hands down to the mat. Turn the feet out to about 45 degrees. Generously bend the knees. Cactus the arms and rise up, coming into your goddess pose. Maybe take the hands overhead and feel the strength of your goddess. And release. Come just to the center of the mat and notice how you feel. Have a little shimmy, have a little shake, and we'll take that to the other side. Turn the right toes out, bring the left ones in a little, hips are forward. Take a hug. And breathe. Release out. Warrior two. Take a hug. And warrior two. One more. Take a hug. Warrior two. Let's reverse. Drop the left palm, turn the right, and reverse your warrior. And come back. Warrior two. Drop, turn, reverse. Noticing the sensations through the sides of the body. Come back. Warrior two. Last one. Drop, turn, reverse. Take the gaze up if you wish. And release. Warrior two. Shift to the right. Forearm to thigh. Reach the left arm up and through for your extended side angle. Then drop that left hand to the mat. Drop the left knee. Release the foot and rise up. Low lunge. Take the left hand to the mat and the right hand to the sky for your low lunge twist. And take the hands back. Turn towards the front once again, coming back into your wide-legged forward fold. And breathe. Walk the hands over to the left. Place the right hand on the mat and take the left hand to the sky. Release. Walk the hands to the right. Left hand on the mat, right hand to the sky. And release. Bring the hands back to center and then turn the feet out, generously bending the knees, cactus the arms and rise back up into your Kali goddess. Arms overhead. And release. Take the feet back in and pause and notice. We'll have a tree. So shift the weight into the right foot, externally rotate the left, bring the heel in, find your drishti, find your tree. Just don't place the foot on the knee. Take your foot as high as is right for you today and bring your hands to the position that's right as well. Maybe grow your branches, maybe hand overhead. And release. Just pause and notice. Notice how you feel one side of the body compared to the other. Shift the weight into the left foot. Externally rotate the right. Find your drishti. Find your tree. The point that's right for you on this side today. It's okay if you wobbly. Wobbly trees are allowed. And breathe. Maybe grow your branches. Maybe take the hands overhead. And release. Pause and notice. Okay, let's come down to the mat and we will take a dragon today. So, coming to tabletop first. We'll take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Move that right knee back as far as is right for you. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees and allow that knee to drop open. This is your winged dragon. And breathe. Turn the body towards that left thigh, placing the hand on the thigh for your twisted dragon. Take the gaze over the shoulder. Release. And if you wish, come down to your forearms for your sleepy, snoozy dragon. Follow the sensations that you're experiencing and compare one side of the body to the other. Come back up to the hands. Assist that knee to come back in and the foot to turn, and then straighten that left leg, bending the knee on the right so that you've got a counter stretch. And breathe. Release the leg, coming back to tabletop. We'll swap sides. So take the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Turn the foot. Take the left knee as far back as is right for you. Turn the foot out 45 degrees and allow the knee to drop open. Turn the body towards that right thigh and take the gaze over the shoulder. The right hand is on the thigh. Twisted winged dragon. Or nosy dragon. Release and come down to your forearms if you wish, or on cushions or a bolster for your snoozy, sleepy dragon. And breathe. Back up to the hands. Assist that knee to come back in and the foot to turn, and straighten through the right leg, flexing at the foot for your counter stretch. And release the leg and come back into your child's pose. Have a little rock side to side. And come down to lying on the mat. Slowly roll down and bring the knees into the chest so that you can rock side to side. Let's take a twist. So allow the knees to drop over to the right side. Sweep the left hand across and take the gaze over to that left hand. Follow the sensation across the body as you've got that twist through the spine. And breathe. Take the hand back to join the right hand and come back to center. And then take the knees straight over to the left side, sweeping that right hand out, taking your gaze with it. Sink into your twist. And breathe. Release the hand back to join the left. Push back to center and rock again, side to side. We'll take a reclined butterfly here. Supta Baddha Konasana. So take the feet down to the mat, but take the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to simply drop to the side. We've done this before, incorporating a supported fish pose with a bolster under the back. But here in your reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana, just notice the sensations of the stretch. And breathe. You can bring the feet closer or take them further away, which alters the sensations that you feel. Then assist the legs and bring the knees back into the chest and rock again. And we'll have a happy baby. So feet to the ceiling, knees wider than the body, hands up the insides of the knees and the outsides of the feet, encouraging the thighs towards the ground. And notice. You can take the index and middle finger around the big toes, stretch one leg and release, and the other and release, or both legs. Coming back to your happy baby. Release the legs, feet down to the mat and windshield wiper. And stretch out, ready for guided relaxation in Shavasana. Take your attention to your right hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the right shoulder. Allow your attention to move across the body to the left shoulder and all the way down to the left hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm and the shoulder. Be aware of both arms. Take your attention to your right foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, the heel and the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the right hip. Take your attention to your left foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot. Be aware of the heel, the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the hip. Be aware of both legs. Notice the belly rise and fall with the breath. Notice the chest rising and falling. Be aware of the full length of the spine and the back resting on the mat. Notice the neck up to the head and the face. Be aware of the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the chin, the cheeks and the forehead. Be aware of the entire body resting on the mat just for a little while. Deepen your inhale and deepen your exhale. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe take a full body stretch. Maybe pull the knees into the chest and rock a little, side to side. And as you are ready, gently push yourself up back to a seated position. As you are ready, gently push yourself up to a seated position or rock to a seated position, coming back to where we began. Tune back into how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Enjoy your day.